All right, it's just a few seconds later. Let me change my hairstyle so it feels like an entirely different video. All right, second part 2. The middle way. The middle way refers to a Buddhist attitude or stance or view, or one could say philosophy, but it's a view that refers to a rejection of two particular extremes. One extreme is existence, that things exist. The other extreme is the view that things don't exist, that they fail to exist. And these are considered the two extreme views. The middle way rejects both of these so-called extreme views and looks for a middle ground. So as an example of what's meant by this, one could, for example, look at one's reflection in a mirror. And if one were to look at the reflection and say, is that thing real? Does that thing actually exist, the reflection? Is there an actual person in the mirror? We would say, no, there's no person in that mirror. But can we say, there's nothing there? There's absolutely nothing. No, it's obviously there's at least an image there. So we reject also the other extreme view that there's nothing there. And so what is the middle view in this case? The middle view is that there's an appearance of something there. There's an appearance of something, yet there's nothing real going on inside of that mirror. As we know, it's simply a reflection. And so I've just given an illustration of the middle view, middle way perspective or view or attitude. And yet that middle way attitude is then applied to everyday life. That we can examine almost anything. For example, we can examine ourselves, and we appear to be real. We think we're real, and yet if we look really carefully, where's the realness here? If one looks very carefully, I'm not going to go through the whole process here, but I think the only natural conclusion is that there's an appearance of someone being here. There's an appearance, just as the reflection in the mirror is an appearance, there's an appearance, but we can't really find anything substantial or truly real. Just as, for example, we might have a feeling, let's say we're very angry or very sad or lonely, and we think, wow, I'm really angry, I'm really sad, I'm really lonely. This anger is real, don't you know? This sadness is real, don't you know? I need my sadness to be legitimized and, acknowledged and witnessed to by others, including myself, right? But if we really look at our sadness or loneliness or anger, I don't think you'll be able to actually find it. I don't think one can actually find this essential thing called sadness. Yeah, it's kind of like a headache, anger. Everything has the same characteristic. Yeah. So if you get a headache next time, or you have a pain somewhere, try to look for the pain. I think what you'll find is as soon as you think you found it, it moves. And so you find it there. It moves. It keeps moving. So where's the headache? And if you do this long enough, and I've done this many times with migraines, when I really look for it, I can't find it. When there's a recognition or an awareness that I can't find it, that I can't find the headache, there's no headache. Because if one can't find a headache, where's a headache? There's no headache. So it's almost magic, yeah? But it's not magic, it's that there is no real thing called a headache. There's an appearance of a headache. It's a passing phenomena that arises and ceases, possibly millions of times in a single moment, but we make it solid in our minds. We attribute or impute continuity to these experiences, but when we look closely, we realize that they arise and fade. In any moment, the fading can last a long time. And then it can return like 5 minutes later, yeah? So I look for a headache, I can't find it. Oh, headache's gone. 5 minutes later, oh wait, there's the headache again. So I look again, I can't find it, it's gone, right? So it's kind of a game of hide and seek. I think Alan Watts made that comment about life, that life is simply God playing hide and seek with himself. Or you could say life is simply our consciousness playing hide and seek with itself. So that's the middle way. All right, so let me continue this reading. The middle way is about loosening our conceptions or reifications, as they say, which is the way in which we solidify reality in our minds. So reification, in case you're not familiar, means to make things solid. So, for example, the United States of America is a reification. There's no such thing. Yeah, it doesn't exist. It's just a concept. Democracy is a concept. The economy is a concept. But these things are just mental constructs and concepts, but they don't actually exist. And that's what a reification is. It's solidifying something that's fluid. For example, let's say you and I talk. So we're talking, and that talking describes our interaction. And let's say we talk tomorrow and we talk another day. Pretty soon one of us or both of us are going to reify this interactive quality, this dance between us, and reify it as a friendship. Yeah? Or if I start poking someone inside of them, well, maybe I shouldn't, well, who cares? I start poking them, and that keeps happening. That's the action. Pretty soon, one or the other or both will call it a relationship, or a romantic or a sexualized relationship. We would say friendship or relationship is a reification. It's solidifying something into a concept, but it's just a concept. There's no such thing as a friendship. Friendship is just an idea, yeah? It's just two people hanging out, talking, having feelings. So anyway, that's a reification. So let me read that sentence again. The middle way is about loosening our conceptions, or reifications, as they say, which is the way in which we solidify reality in our minds.